What's up, guys? This is David Lappy with Big Man Fitness, and I'm coming to you today on April 22nd, 2017. It is Saturday, and horrible drum roll, I know. I finished my first 5K. So, well, it's my first official 5K, and it's the first one that I've ever run most of the way. I actually ran today. And I'm stupid excited. Like, this is such a huge victory. This proves that what I'm doing is working to me. I don't know, to be validated in such a way is kind of empowering. And because you can't help it, you know, like as soon as things slow down, or as soon as things the moons and the stars don't line up, and you don't get your designated answer immediately, right? You start to wonder if you're doing the right thing, if you're screwing up, or if there's things that you should be doing. I mean, yes, there's always room for improvement, and yes, I can be better, and I will be better. And this has motivated me to see that if I got this results by not being able to be perfect, then what can happen if I do, start getting a little bit more in line, just adjust it a little bit. Like, I don't have to be perfect right away, but I can always improve a little bit and get better at the routine. And once I get down to the routine and get a little bit better each time, I can improve drastically and have phenomenal results. I'm not expecting perfection tomorrow. I'm not. I can't make myself do that, because as soon as you make something as black and white as that, then you're already at a deficit, because life isn't black and white. Hey, sweetie. No. Hey. I'll hang out later. So, sorry guys, the cat. You know how it goes. So that was Ellie. She's a sweetheart, but she definitely, every time I get on the camera, she wants to suddenly just be in my face. I guess she just likes hanging out over here. But yeah, a full 5K, and I actually did it in 37 minutes. I thought I did it in 39, but I was off. So we started the race at and it wasn't a race. I did the walk at 12:05, but I ran it. I didn't want to be in the race with all the other runners, because I didn't want to set myself up, for something that I didn't think I was prepared for, because I knew that I couldn't flat out run the entire thing all at once. I wanted to see how I felt and just gauged how I felt, and I found a really great pace. And it was a fast walk the entire time, and then when I felt like it, I sprinted for as long as I could. Usually I try to stay with like a canter of 30 breaths. So I would walk for 30 breaths, and then I would run for 30 breaths, one full inhale and exhale. And other endurance runners, have more refined techniques, but that's what I'm starting with right now. And it's working out, and I would go as hard as I can at times, and then I would bring the pace back a little bit, and then I would start walking, and then I would increase, until I was at top speed, and then I would decrease until I was walking. It was just, I kept on leapfrogging it, and I was in third place. There was one guy that was just huffing it. Oh man! And there was this woman in front of me, very nice woman. She asked me if she wanted to be her running buddy, and I told her that's fine, but I didn't want to hold her up. But yeah, she was super sweet, and she ended up going ahead. Because I gave her the go ahead, I appreciate it if you want to run together, that's fine, but I'm walking and running, and she was doing the same thing. She was running a little bit, and then walking a little bit, and then running a little bit, and I almost, so that my one goal at the end was just to keep her in sight right? So I just wanted, because literally, like, I was right behind her for a while, and then she just kept on slipping up, and then I did close the distance at one point, which was pretty cool. But yeah, so that was definitely motivational for me, to have somebody else there was like kind of it's amazing how powerful you can become when you already know that it's possible, right? And I was like, if this lady can do it, I can do it, like, just keep going, stop being a little wuss. That's not exactly what I said to myself, but I'm editing this right now, so but I was like, come on, get going, and I kept on telling myself, step it up a notch, like, you got this, just breathe, breathe, breathe. And I know some of you are like, oh my god, he's so emphatic, but like I'm retelling how it was in my head, because when you're trying to keep yourself pumped up, it's very easy sometimes to have. It's funny how negative thoughts can happen to you while you're out there. Oh, my legs are burning, my legs are going to cramp up, and, oh, I don't have enough water in me, I'm getting dehydrated, or, you start feeling sore, you start becoming out of breath, and then suddenly, your chemistry gets adapted to it, and then you get your second wind, right? Usually, I mean, some athletes have like multiple, experiences like this where they can pretty much trigger it themselves. For me, I definitely can have a few, within a span of time, but it usually takes my body to get warmed up, and you got to get your body warmed up. And once my cardio was warmed up and my body was more oxygen efficient, like I was able to sprint even more, and I was able to keep up the original pace that I had before, and it just kept on going. And also, ketosis makes your oxygen saturation very friendly. So it's better adapted when you're fat adapted, and you get the type of energy that is formed with ketones and the ATP molecules that are formed and bonded that you can utilize as energy, just explode. Absolutely, like it felt like it did when I was back in high school and I was playing football. I actually did better today, which is weird. I did better today than I've ever done in my memory, in my life, running as hard and long as I did consistently, like, continuously. Because, I've done like a mile before, but I've never run like a full mile all at once. This time, I was close. I was darn close. I definitely ran more than 1 mile altogether in this, because I would probably say it was a little bit more than half, because I was running most of the way, and not just jogging, I was running, and it was awesome, and my body could endure it. And it had, I did take an extra magnesium pill before I started, like a half hour before. Magnesium helps you to not cramp, and I'm wondering if that really did affect me that well. But anyway, so that's what I did, and I was excited to do it. But it just proves what's possible in your life if you just stick to it, and you stick to the plan, you trust the plan, and you continue and adjust as needed. Don't change the goal, change your execution. So, yeah. Remember, guys, be informed, stay motivated, and definitely live big. What?